Hi, my name is Judie VanKooiman, and you're watching Life Issues. This month's show is on Parents Forum, and my guests are Eve Sullivan and Therese Ockenden. Welcome, both of you.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
You're very welcome. Therese, I'm going to start with you.
Okay.
What is Parents Forum?
Parents Forum is a moderator-led peer support group for parents that focuses on emotional awareness and good communication, all within the context of talking about family life issues, everyday life issues.
Mm-hmm. Okay, very interesting. And how long has Parents Forum been in existence?
It's been in existence for 25 years.
Wow.
Eve started this program 25 years ago and has been doing a lot of workshops in Cambridge and other areas.
Mm-hmm. Cool, good. And what is your mission statement?
Our mission statement is, our mission is to promote caring, honest, respectful communications throughout society, starting in families.
Okay, I like that. Very good. And Eve, who can participate?
Well, really, anyone who wants to can participate. We admit we have a hard time getting people to come because everybody thinks they're doing fine until they're not, and then they need something more than the peer support. But really, anyone who is raising children. And we like to think that the ages of parents of kids age 5 to 10 are really our primary target.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And what do you do?
Well, we have an agenda of 8 questions, and we bring each question up in turn, and each individual takes a turn answering the questions. What do you like about your family? What troubles you? How do you address concerns? And we try always to make our responses in the context of how we feel. So that's the emotional awareness piece.
Okay, good. And where does the parent-peer support come in the community-based activities?
Well, parenting education, or parent-peer support, if you will, happens everywhere, in line at the grocery, on the sidelines, at the soccer game. And what I've experienced and what the program fosters is people learning from each other. So you might have a story that you tell, and I'll say, that is useful to me. So we take each person's experience and honor that and try and learn from it.
Mm-hmm. Very good. And what do you talk about?
Well, what don't we talk about is the shorter list. We don't have a set curriculum of we're going to talk about toilet training, or we're going to talk about internet use, or we're going to talk about kids' independence issues. People bring up what they need to in response to the questions. So the questions that get most into the meat of family life, if you will, the real hard stuff, is what are your household values and what are your household rules? Mm-hmm. And it's a chance for self-reflection. What do I want to give my kids?
Mm-hmm. Okay. And Therese, what does it cost?
There's not much cost to it. We're asking that people put in $2 per meeting just to cover copying costs and snacks. So at this point, we're doing it as a community service.
Oh, nice. That's nice to get back stuff. So, and how is the program funded? You said that it was.
Eve has gotten funding from Market Basket, from what was the bag?
Arrow?
Let's see. I can find that.
No, the larger answer is that generous individuals, including Eastern Bank, including Brave Star Foundation, have given us money over the years that allow us to pay the necessary costs of any nonprofit organization.
Okay. And Therese, can you tell us about your logo? Sure.
The logo, we do have a, should we show it?
Yeah, it'll be up on the.
Oh, okay. You can see a house. The door is open. So that is indicating that everyone is welcome that wants to talk about family life and parenting issues. and also indicates that people can come and go as they wish. If they've gotten what they need and are ready to leave, that's fine, or if they want more, they can come back. Then there is a fan shape with 5 sections. Those 5 sections are meant to indicate the main categories of life that we look at when we look at the balance in our lives. So there's self-care and decision-making, relationships, achievement, continuing adult achievement, and leisure. Does a parent have any? And the last one is
Service.
thank you, service
Okay,
or
those are-
community service.
Those are very interesting. I like those. Good.
And the other part of it is the fan shape is a window, and that is symbolizing shedding light on something. So we'd like to shed more light on the whole parenting process. Was there
Okay.
one more part?
Well, there's our tagline, which is "Come share your strength."
Oh yeah, that was
The
one.
idea is that we all have strengths, and we need to come together, and we need to share, and that it is a positive experience.
Good. Yes. That's cool. So, Eve, different participants have asked questions about the parent forum, which include, do I have to have kids to participate?
Well, I think anyone can come. I mean, we all care for children in one way or another. There may be aunts or uncles who have responsibilities occasionally for youngsters.
Okay.
I mean, we've presented the program for teachers. We've presented the program for young adults as well, who aren't yet parents.
And then, must I make a commitment to participate?
Well, we like people to come for an entire workshop. So that might be a series of 4 meetings. We can do the 8 questions in 4 meetings or 2 meetings or one sort of retreat style. And we are looking for sites in Winthrop and elsewhere, although we do have some things on the calendar coming up.
Oh, cool. Good. And can I bring children?
We ask people not to bring children to the workshops, partly because there's a issue of responsibility, and the other issue is that we want parents to concentrate on themselves and to be able to think without worrying whether their kids are needing them at that moment.
Yeah. And what is parent support anyway?
Well, as I've said, it's what we all do naturally. We try to encourage each other and share information, and then just generally be there to support each other.
Okay. And who do I help, and who do I help?
Well, that is a key question, because everybody likes to be in the helping role and prefers not to acknowledge their own need for help.
Yeah.
But we all need help, and we can all give it.
Yeah.
So.
Sometimes it's hard to ask for those things.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'm one of those guilty ones. And who should I refer to your program?
Well, I think people who are doing fine, who are just, good parents, should come and share their strength. I mean, that's what we want, is to have people come together and share honestly and in a caring way. It shouldn't be as hard as it is to raise children, but there are challenges, whether you expect them or not. So we see the parenting education process, the peer support process, as not like driver's ed. It's not something you take and then you know. It's more like AAA or auto insurance, that we go whether we access, whether we think we need it or not.
Okay. And if I'm not living with family members, why participate?
Well, I love that question, because we all carry the habits of relationship that we learned as children and young adults in our families with us. And oftentimes we recreate these in the workplace. I mean, we have our work brothers and sisters, our work parents, our bosses, and if we supervise, oftentimes we find ourselves in a somewhat parental role with the folks that we're supervising. So the dynamics of relationship from the family carry over throughout our lives.
Okay. And lastly, a business person asked, why support this program?
Well, it is a hard sell because people in the business world think, well, people come here to work, not to deal with family issues. But businesses have to recognize that what's going on at home during an employee's off hours has a powerful effect on their productivity. And if there are family issues, that affects the success of the business. So I have found business people generally quite receptive, and of course employee assistance plans are a fact of life.
And Eve, you wrote a book, Where the Heart Listens. Please tell us about that.
Well, when we started Parents Forum in the early 1990s, it seems like another lifetime ago, I said to my friend Chris Bates, my co-founder, that we'd try it out. We'd try out these 8 questions. We'd see whether people liked the experience. We'd do it for 5 years. And then I'd write a book about how it worked or about how it didn't work. Well, it was working, so I had to write a book about how it did work. It took me another 5 years. Eventually, we published the book in 2001. Wow. And then this was reprinted and revised in 2010. And it is available in ebook, audiobook, and print.
Print through Amazon or?
Through Amazon or, I mean, we have a print-on-demand publisher. And we got the recording made at Perkins. So it is professionally recorded.
Very good. That's nice. Yeah, looks like a very interesting and good book. So thank you. Therese, is there anything else that you would like to tell our audience that you think that they should know about?
Well, with Parents Forum, okay, we have 8 unique questions that we use, about 2 in each of the 4 meetings. And they're basically dealing with the bigger picture of life. So in many parenting workshops, people might be dealing with a smaller issue like how to how to prevent temper tantrums or something. So this is an opportunity to look at those bigger things in life. What are our values? And you know, all the other things that we look at. And one of a thread through the entire program is looking at if we are developing emotional awareness and how well a family can handle strong emotions, I believe, is a huge factor in how the success or the failure of a family. So it is a very big and important issue, and it really doesn't seem to be handled very many places in life, and yet it's a skill that we need. And one thing great about Parents Forum is it's quick, it's easy, and it's fun. And you can immediately use some of the things that you learn. For example, Eve calls it a conversational formula, where you, the way you talk about emotions, and you can immediately learn that and use it the very same day, you know, to talk to your husband, your child, or your coworker.
Or your boss.
Definitely.
And we are looking for other people in other communities who will want to take this on. I mean, it is work, it's community service, but it's very rewarding. And so we want to have more than one Teresa.
And Eve, is there anything that you would like to add that our audience should know?
Well, I think basically the curriculum of family life is how we deal with our feelings, because that's how we create and manage relationships. And I think one thing that came to me recently is I think parents need to teach children how to be comfortable being comfortable and how to be comfortable being uncomfortable. And then work through whatever comes after that those statements of I feel uncomfortable in this situation, or I feel really comfortable right now, and appreciate your interest.
Sure. Thank you. And Teresa, the contact info is on your website. But if anyone would like more info, can you give us the contact info that's on the website?
Sure. That is, oops, here it is. Info@parentsforum.org. And then the phone number is 617-864-3802.
Okay, great. Thank you. I'm sorry, but that's all the time that we have. Thank you all for what you do for parents and children. Before we close, this new addition to the set, a friend of mine in New Hampshire made it for me, and this is in memory of a very special person that lost her battle to cancer last summer. So, love you, Nance. So, I love to hear your thoughts and suggestions. Please send them to lifeissuestv@gmail.com. And remember, live each day to the fullest and celebrate life.